majority of our funding goes to the undergraduate research only. Well, not majority, all of it goes to undergraduate research. So will you learn, so that you can learn those skill sets, and it's easy for you to transfer those skill sets for your future endeavors. And then that's the reason why we have been ranked number 15 in Princeton Review for the internships throughout America. So these are the things that you should care about when you're researching about any schools, the projects, and the profile of the university, because that's what, when you talk for your visa officer, because that's really they want to know why you're selecting any school. So those are the benefits you should always care about. And how many of you know, like, have you ever heard of Chamber of Commerce? Chamber of Commerce. So every single city in the United States have this department called Chamber of Commerce, which means they work in the economical impact, and they are the one who find out that Cedar Rapids, the city that's where the Coe College is located, they are the one who find out that is the lowest unemployment rate in the entire United States. So that's a really big deal. So before you go or select any location, I know that everybody wants to be in New York, everybody wants to be in California or in Texas, but does that particular city set or match with your profile, match with what you want to do? So for example, when I was going to study, I applied 5 universities and I got accepted to all 5 of them. I got accepted in East Coast, I got accepted in West Coast, I got accepted in Midwest, South, and North, but the reason I choose the school that I ended up going is because number one is about the affordability. I picked the lowest affordable. The second one is I care about the diversity, because being as an international student, I want to really use the time that I'm not with my family, not in my comfort zone. I want to use that challenge for the best out of it. So I ended up making my decision based on that, instead of, yeah, I do got a school that are offering me more scholarship, but the program was not as good as I really wanted to be. So for example, how many of you know in Germany, the education system, once you've done your high school, are free. For your college and for your masters, it's all free. In Germany, that's how it is. So then I met somebody at Coe College from Germany, and I asked him, like, hey, why do you even leave the free stuff and wants to come here for study? He says that he wants to do his higher education in physics, and when he found out about physics, he was looking the research about the physics, and then the top 3 school in the United States for physics program is Coe College. So which means, and then he looked up those particular schools, the top 2 ones, they were like very expensive, so he ended up coming to Coe. So these are the reasons why you should like pick your school that you really want to go. So talking about the student faculty ratio is only 11:1. 3.6 is the average GPA that student has. So this is the quick fact about these schools. We have 100% of the students complete an internship, and that's why we have been ranked number 15 in the Princeton Review. We have the top 25 best school for internship in the Princeton Review. We have 446 new full-time students this fall, and the largest incoming class of our history. So you really care about the amount of attraction that you're going to get on the campus. And then you also care about the money that they are using. So the funding that students at the university have, they're using it towards the renovations of the existing buildings or building new facilities for your labs and things like that. As 100% of the students complete an internship at the Coe campus, I would also like to mention that 100% of the international students will get scholarships. So when you were looking for a school, do make sure the scholarship part of their schools. And of course, like I remember I mentioned about the Chamber of Commerce, the lowest unemployment rate in any city is the Cedar Rapids. That's where the Coe College is. This is the downtown looks like. So all the free stuff is happening here. All the free concert that you go is here. It's only 5 minutes away from the campus. And So it's funny that in United States and specifically on the in the campuses and on the in the university and the college, there are a lot of free events. There are a lot of free stuff. Free food is almost everywhere. Like I remember I was going to those organization meetings and every week they meet on campus and there's always free food. And I was thinking like I don't need free food. I can afford myself and I'm here for the knowledge and everything, but then eventually I start liking the food because it's free. But being as an international student, I was broke. So I was just using those events in terms of course, knowledgeable, but they also have free stuff. So why not? Nearly 50% of the alumni. So once you, whenever you look in the school, make sure that how their alumni office is active or not. So for example, at Coe College, 50% of our alumni are within the 50-mile radius of campus, which means we are able to connect you to our seniors who are in the market already. And we also have a mentor program, which means, for example, if you are a biochemistry student or a data analytics or physics or chemistry or mathematics, we will connect you to somebody who is already out in the market and working. So in that case, it's easy for you to know what is the requirement or what is the hot skill set that are in the demand. So once you're gonna come back, you will start working on it. Return of investment. So the amount of the scholarship that we are providing, we have been ranked number one. We have been ranked top for the return of investment. So because the resources that you are using of your end is make sure that they always return you in the same favor. So Coe College has been done that since 1986. Anybody who have studied chemistry, economics, and physics at Coe College have not paid for their master's program since 1986. They all get full funded scholarship from Princeton, Yale, or big universities like that. And that's why the income mobility. Income mobility means you are making some money now, for example, and then you go to college and then you go out for your job. So that income mobility is actually there. It's the highest income mobility trend for the Coe College. And this is my information. Feel free to email me, and I'm not sure in Vietnam people use WhatsApp or not, but this is my WhatsApp number. You can also, how many of you use LinkedIn? 1, 2. LinkedIn, anybody use LinkedIn? No one? So it's kind of important. It's very, I know it's not interactive, it's not entertaining, but when you are, for example, you're traveling somewhere. So for example, you're traveling from Hanoi to Ho Chi Minh City, and somebody right next to you sitting from Education USA, you know, and then you are not the member of Education USA, but you have interest for that. It is okay to ask, do you have LinkedIn? It is not okay to ask, do you have Facebook? So the good part about LinkedIn is you can connect to people that you're going to work with or you want to know more about. So it's a professional connection. So it is important to know to have a profile on LinkedIn. Make sure that you make your profile on LinkedIn. It's always interesting because that's where people are looking for you in terms of if they're looking somebody to be part of their project, and if they're looking somebody to be part of their team or even offer you jobs. So that's the LinkedIn. Do you have any questions? So I'm here for a few more time, and those who wanna go, they can go. Those who wanna stay back for more questions, they can do that. But before we go out, I will take a selfie. Selfie time? Yeah? Okay. Let's do it. That makes sense. Do you guys want to take selfie too? Cool, yeah. So So the session is over, and if you have any questions, you can stay.